PHLOG. A P-H-L-O-G. I'm not going to sing this time, but I am going to cook, which is good. So, tomorrow we're going to it's the 3rd of July. Born on the 3rd of July. Okay, I sang a little bit. But tomorrow we're going to a 4th of July cookout, and they asked me to
at our friend's house who owns Sprouts Florist in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Hi, Joni. Anyhow, it was requested that I make a cheesecake. So I've made this cheesecake a couple, 3 times now, and it's been really good. It's called Chantel's New York Cheesecake, and it's from allrecipes.com. Product placement. So, allrecipes.com, Chantel's New York Cheesecake. Okay. This cheesecake calls for a topping of strawberries. So what we've done is we bought this big bag, great value, Walmart product placement of strawberries.
You're not in the camera.
You see it?
All we saw was floating strawberries.
Oh, hi. Alright, so hopefully they won't freeze or burn, and the great value bag will keep the ice out. But anyway, these frozen strawberries, and we put about, what do you say, 3 cups in here? Or so. And then just put some sugar on top of them so that they will macerate. If you watch my angel food cake video, you will see that process. Okay, so we're going to put these in the refrigerator and they'll stay all night. The first step is 15 graham crackers, and my assistant Tony is going to crush them. Crush them. Okay, he's taking too long.
Where's the rolling pin?
No, what does it matter?
I need the rolling pin.
Use your hand!
Rolling pin.
Okay, he's using the rolling pin to crush them. While he does that, I am going to melt the butter. And since we live in an old apartment, we have to turn the microwave off while we melt the butter.
We have to turn the air conditioner off while we use the microwave.
Oh! Whatever! So I'm going to put this butter in here. It's 2 tablespoons of butter for about 30 seconds. And that should melt it.
Graham crackers, crushed.
Crushed.
Rolling pin.
Don't do it. It's bad. Okay, so while the butter is finishing melting, and hopefully it will hurry up because it was over 100 degrees today in Cincinnati, and it's still a bit warm. All of my things, cream cheese, butter, etc., eggs, are at room temperature, and this room is hot. So, check the butter, dear. Stop tweeting at penetration. Check the butter.
Melted.
Is it melted?
Ouch, it's hot.
Okay. So, after the butter is melted, what you do is mix them together with the graham crackers. That bowl's not big enough here. I have to get a bigger bowl. In a big, medium-sized bowl.
A big, medium-sized bowl?
A big or medium-sized bowl. Oh. Okay, so I'm starting to cream 4 8-ounce packages of cream cheese.
In the KitchenAid mixer.
In the KitchenAid mixer. Product placement. Alright. So.
That my mom bought us.
Okay. Now, the way I like to do things, which isn't necessarily the best way, but the way I do things is I incorporate things a little at a time because it seems to mix a little bit better. So, we call for 4 8-ounce packages of cream cheese. I've only put 2 in here, and then I'm going to add the 1.5 cups of sugar into half of that into this. Here's our sugar. Oh. Fucking things from IKEA. Oh, I can't say fuck. Sorry. Okay, so I'm weird, and it's 1.5, so I'm just using a half cup. 1. That'll mix a little.
While he's mixing the cream cheese and the sugar together, I'm going to put our graham crackers and butter, which looks real crumbly. I know it doesn't look right, but that's what it ends up looking like, and it works perfectly, into the bottom of the pan that we have pre-greased with the Baker's Secret spray.
Product placement! We're just going to start calling this cooking show Product Placement! Okay. And this is a 9-inch springform pan. Was that right?
The cheap one from Big Lots.
Yeah, the cheap one from Big Lots. Okay, oh. Alright, so I've put in halves 1 cup of sugar. Now, it is important that you don't forget to put the rest of it in there. But, I'm going to put the rest of my cream cheese in here. I'm using, sometimes I use the little tubs of cream cheese, which I like to use better, but the last time I used these, I just made sure it was at room temperature or a little beyond room temperature. I mean, not like boiling or anything, but just really, really soft, and they don't curdle or anything, so that's good, because the first time I used these, they didn't do so hot. That's why I went to the tubs, but now I've tried it again because these are way cheaper than the tubs, for whatever reason. It's the same product. I don't understand.
Philadelphia cream cheese.
Kraft Philadelphia cream cheese. Product placement! Alright, so I'm going to put this last one in here. Hi, Ginger. Ginger is our built-in vacuum cleaner. We've always wanted one, and now we have one. Oh! Alright, so that is the last of the cream cheese in here, and we'll turn it up a little bit higher. And then put the last half cup of sugar in here. Another thing that our mother-in-law, or my mother-in-law, his mom, got us for when she got the KitchenAid mixer was this, what's it called? Spatula that like scrapes the sides of the bowl. It's amazing because the one that they give us, the normal one that they give you, just looks like this. And it doesn't go all the way to the edge, so there's stuff that gets left around the outside of the bowl. So the one we have, it has a little flap like that, and it scrapes the side. It's great. It's really great. I would recommend it. KitchenAid. Product placement. Okay, so now that we've done that, cheese and 3/4 cup of milk. I'm going to just put that in here right now. The oven is preheating at 350.
Done.
The oven is done preheating at 350. Alright. You know, you can turn the air conditioner back on now. We're standing here sweating and wondering why it's so hot. It's because we turned the air conditioner off. Okay. So I beat that just a little bit harder. Now it's stirring. Now I have to mix in 4 eggs, 1 egg at a time. It is very important, as Martha Stewart and Paula Dean have showed us, that you open your eggs into a bowl by themselves because the egg could be bad. So that was 1. You got it? Success I've had with this particular cake is I put a water bath in the oven so that it doesn't crack, because cheesecakes have a tendency to dry out and they'll crack. So I put just a pan with about 3/4 inch water on the bottom rack while the oven was preheating, so it gets nice and moist. So our eggs are incorporated. Oh. Mix in sour cream. So we get in the sour cream. Now, while everything else I like to get room temperature, I don't like to get the sour cream room temperature. So, I just take, it's just 1 cup of sour cream, do a dollop of daisy. I'm going to turn this off so that it doesn't get everywhere. Okay. 1 cup sour cream. For those of you who don't remember from chemistry, 1 cup is 8 ounces. Okay. Get rid of that spatula. Mix that back up. Just let that incorporate just a little bit. And then now we're getting a tablespoon of vanilla extract. I've actually never tried to substitute different extracts, but I'm sure you could. You could use any other kind of extract that you wanted to. So that's a tablespoon of vanilla extract. And then the last thing that goes into this mixture is a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. to turn this on about 2 and let it incorporate quite a bit. I would say that since we've been going the whole time and mixing the whole time, that this is probably done, honey. You probably can't wash the dishes while we're doing this. We have 2 more. Alright. I'm going to say that this is done. Do you think?
I think it's more than done.
Well. This is done. Okay. So, you can see it is a little soupy, and that's because of the milk, I think. So our pan has been prepared, greased, and has the 15 graham crackers crushed with butter in the crust. So we're just going to pour this in here. This is the crust. Stick her in the oven. The rack is on the middle, and remember we have that water bath on the bottom. And it's supposed to cook for 1 hour. So at 11:07 it will be ready to go. The worst part about cheesecake is that you have to wait 24 hours before you really get to taste it. But I'm just going to tell you the process for the rest of this cheesecake because it's so simple that, and it's really good. We've tasted it several times. Trust me. What you do is, after the cheesecake is done, you turn the oven off and let it sit overnight so that it cools, because this cheesecake is going to rise, and no joke, like 3 inches above the springform pan. I don't know why, but it does. It must be the all-purpose flour that makes that happen. Anyway, it's going to rise about 3 inches above the pan, and overnight, as it cools, it doesn't crack. It just like sinks back down into the pan. You stick the pan in the refrigerator for a couple hours before trying to take it off, because the butter in the crust has to congeal before you can take it off. And then you take the springform pan off, and you're ready to eat. So, thanks so much for watching our vlog, PHLOG. Remember, subscribe to me, and you'll see many more of our recipes as well as my opera parody vlogs. Bye!
This is Will Reed's cheesecake. I will slice a bitch in half.
Those are the results, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Bye!